Hi, I'm Tequila Adams. I'm 23, I'm from the north of England, and I live in London now. I basically started off as female impersonation, and then went more of a creative route. As you can see now, it's like really colourful, just like crazy things with a little bit of makeup. It's more like, people think it's face paint, but it's actually all eyeshadow. So it's like really difficult to get the pigments. So it's actually still makeup, but it's more of like a club kid, drag queen, kind of like mix hybrid kind of thing. It's a creative outlet for me. So I make my own clothes too. Made this. Do my own hair, do my own makeup. It's kind of just like, it's an achievement just to be able to get into a look and kind of like leave the house. I met loads of people doing drag, so most of my friends are in the scene we call it, in London. I moved to London initially to actually go to university. I dropped out of like 2 courses because it just weren't for me. And like during the time being here, I met loads of people in the nightlife and kind of just like fell into drag, even though I wanted to do it growing up. Kind of gave me a platform to do it. So like I said, I started off as like trying to be a woman, and then I decided that didn't work for me because I have a really masculine face. So I decided to just use the big space I've got and kind of just like fill it with colour, loads of like swirls, lines, just do loads of things that people don't usually see. When people usually see me, they're like, oh, wow. So I kind of like that. If it's early on, people are basically horrified. If it's during the night, then everyone's like, yes, it looks so good. In drag, people usually refer to me as she, but I kind of prefer they or them because I don't actually feel like a woman. I just feel like it's kind of like alien creature who's just wearing a corset and some heels. I would say the lowest was probably when I first started and kind of like the bit before I got hired, because I was doing it for a long time and I wasn't getting the reactions I get now. So I wasn't hired for a very long time and I didn't know what I was doing wrong. And then I changed it into the creative, colourful, and then I got noticed. So it's kind of like a bad thing turned into a good thing. I don't really want to put a highest point because I'd like to think that as a developing character, I'd be able to do things consistently that I don't reach like the ceiling of anything, so there's always possibilities. But I have a club night called Crypt. That's a monthly club night which celebrates student designers and gives them a platform to showcase their work. So I'd like to do that more, make it more successful, get obviously stay with the student but get more brands involved and just develop myself more creatively, really, push myself. I enjoy pushing myself. I don't really have many friends from back up north, maybe because they're quite a different type of people. They don't really like accept openly homosexuals and trans and all of that, rainbow and all of that. But I made my friends when I moved down to London because obviously I have more in common with people down here, and kind of like found my niche, found my like family, like chosen family as people call it down here. Do it. There's no reason why you can't do it. I'm from a northern town that is so homophobic that I had to move down to London to be able to be accepted, and drag was a way of finding myself. So there's nothing stopping you. I mean, it's expensive, so if you have to pay for something expensive, be prepared for that. But at the end of the day, it's an investment in not only what you look like on the outside, but it's a way of creatively expressing yourself, which is the most important thing for me. Not many kids know about the nightlife scene. They only know about pop culture, which is on like magazines, TV, and obviously we're not there yet. But if I was in front of kids, I would say just be yourself and do what you want to do rather than trying to fit into a mold, which is what I tried to do to begin with. And now I feel like no one looks like me. So I would say to kids, just be yourself, do what you want to do, just don't, make sure the things you do don't hurt people. That's the only thing I would say to them. Because I didn't think I would be able to do anything like what I do now on my face. So I used to just make excuses, being like, oh, it's too hard. I'll look really bad doing it, and I never tried, so then I would never know whether I was good at it or not. So I feel like one day I was just like, you know what, can I swear? Fuck it, let's just do it. And every time just pushing yourself a little bit further made me more confident doing what I did. So then I just became a more confident person, and more outgoing, and I shared my thoughts with everyone. And if somebody doesn't have blended makeup, I'm like, just need to like do this, like just try this little thing, and then it'll be better. So now I'm like speaking from a point where I'm experienced, so I feel like I can offer the world my experience. Just doing what I want when I want, feeling how I want to. If you want to just be masculine, just be masculine, just do what makes you happy. Making up excuses doesn't cut it for me. If you want to do something, just do it. There is no limitations to what you can do with your life. That's a difficult one.